What's up, guys? Trekker1996 here, and Justin is on the phone with us, and we're just going to be talking a little bit about Star Trek and Star Wars. Say hello, Justin.
Hey guys.
So, he's on the phone. Sorry, I have to do that, but anyways, Justin, you want to start off a little bit about Star Wars, and then we could get into a little bit of Star Trek.
Sure. Well, I know there's like millions of Star Wars fans out there, and I was like, as you probably don't know this, but I own like all the movies, and I have like all the Lego sets and stuff from like a few years ago. So, and I used to like love Star Wars. I mean, I'm not saying I still like don't like it now, but like I like it. I'm just saying like I don't like it as much as I used to, but I'll like like kind of watch it once in a while or something, or like I don't know, like build the Lego sets again if possible. Um, but anyways, what do you think about Star Wars, Troy? Like, do you like it? What would you like think of it over Star Trek?
Well, I mean, I kind of like both of them only because, they take place in space and, they got all their different, ships and all that. I mean, it's kind of the same thing. The only really big difference is that they, like one, Star Wars has, the enemy. And I mean, Star Trek does have enemies too, but, it's not as extreme that they're building, like super, death weapons and such things like that. But,
Mm-hmm.
but I mean, for me, anyways, I mean, I like Star Trek only because it's more like realistic, I guess, than it is with Star Wars. But that's just
Yeah,
me.
I think you're right. Like Star Wars, like sometimes, like I don't know if you agree, but they get like a little overboard with things, like in the movies, like and even not just the movies, but in the games, they have like way like there's a lot of like unrealistic things, like besides like Star Trek is kind of seems more realistic, and it doesn't have all like the crazy like the Force and stuff like that, but.
Yeah, which, I mean, I really didn't understand the Force, but, I
Yeah,
guess, it's one of those sci fi things, they come up with.
yeah.
But
Mm.
so, if you want to continue more about your Star Wars, you can, or if not, then I can start off
Yeah,
with some
well,
Star Trek stuff.
um, I think I first got into like Star Wars probably when I was like around 8, probably I'd say, and I used like my mom was telling me about it because her brother used to like watch it like when they were kids and stuff, so they remember it, and then my mom told me a little bit about it, so that's how I got into it and stuff. But yeah, like, and I think I went with my uncle for like the first time to get my first Star Wars Lego set. So I like played with that until who gosh knows where it is now. It's probably in my house somewhere. But I have like thousands of other Lego sets as well. Like I have a Star Destroyer, and I have some TIE fighters, like the A-wing fighter and everything from like some of the movies. And like there's a lot I own, and I have some action figures still, and like I have probably I actually yesterday I never told Troy this, but I got my uncle gave me this cool Yoda glass, like to drink soda or whatever out of it, but um and yeah, I had this like a while ago I got this talking Yoda. He's actually pretty cool. Like when you talk to him, he'll like respond, like say, I don't know, if you could ask it, I don't know, like, do you want to go out for ice cream? And they'll say yes or something like that, to that extent. But so yeah, I used to be like a big Star Wars fan, but now I've kind of outgrown it since I'm like going to high school next year. So yeah, but I really, I don't know, like I kind of miss it. But like one day I might come back to it again. Probably watch all the movies at one point. So yeah, so that's about it for me for now. So
Yeah, because I saw that they were coming out in the movies. I guess they recently had episode 1, and I guess they're gonna do all.
Yeah.
And I guess they're gonna do all the episodes like with like a 3 month I guess like gap,
Mhm.
but which I think is pretty cool. I mean, aren't they in like 3D or something like that?
Yeah, they're all supposed to be in 3D, so.
Which is pretty cool. You know, I mean,
Yeah.
obviously, it's like earlier when they did make them, obviously they weren't 3D, but now that they're 3D, maybe it, gets a little bit cooler to watch than, just seeing it, just like you would on TV at home. Um,
Mhm.
but yeah. So, if you're all done with your Star Wars, I mean, we'll have another video after this, so we'll get more into like the histories of, each one, but, if you're
Yeah, maybe in this video we weren't gonna make it really long because I might have to go pretty soon. But later, maybe me and Troy will still be around, so we're probably gonna post another one a little later. So
Yeah, if we don't get done with part, well, obviously we'll get done with part 1 now, but if we don't get done with part 2, then we'll try and do it tomorrow, and then
yeah, we'll definitely do it tomorrow.
so. All right, well, if you're done with your Star Wars, I'll get into a little bit of.
Yeah, go ahead, just talk. Yeah, you talk for a few minutes about Star Trek.
All right, well, as you guys know, I have God knows how many Star Trek ships. I mean, I got into Star Trek. I think it was maybe like I don't know, like maybe like 3 or 4 years ago. My stepdad was watching it, and I don't know. I was like going to get like a drink or something. Actually, as much as that sounds like really ironic, and he was watching it, and he was telling me to come watch it. I thought it was gonna be like because I was like maybe like 10 years old or something. I thought it was gonna be a whole bunch of like nonsense crap. But then I started like watching it, and I got like really interested in it, and that was when like Star Trek Enterprise was like still like in I think it's like third season or something like that. So then I started watching it. And I thought it was like the like coolest thing. Guys going through space and going to like different planets and all like different alien species and all that. So I thought it was fascinating. And ever since then I finished the Enterprise series like a long time ago. Then I finished the TNG series, and then I finished Voyager. I did a little bit of the original series, but then like maybe like halfway into season 1, I got like not bored of it, but it was just like hard to like watch, I guess, because it was like too I don't know how to explain it. It was just I don't know. It was hard to understand, because it was like old and all that. And I mean, the modern things are a little bit better than they were back then, and I'm sure Justin can kind of relate to that.
Yeah.
But yeah. So I mean, I liked it, but then I just decided after season 1, like halfway through, that I was just gonna, watch the last episode just to see what would happen. So I watched that, and it was pretty good, like at the end of the season. But other than that, I probably couldn't watch it the whole way through. But
Yeah.
and then hopefully,
Not to interrupt or anything, but I was just gonna mention like a while ago before me and Troy had a YouTube account. We tried one time like a Star Wars and Star Trek debate, and we contacted a couple people to see if it would turn into like a podcast, like to go up on iTunes, but that never worked. But I'm like trying to work towards trying to do that again, but I'm not sure how we can do that. Like I wanted to try to I was gonna tell Troy I want to try to soon like try to see if we could have like our own little like podcast station so we could like talk about Star Wars and Star Trek every now and again. So
yeah, I mean, I know that's hard to do, but yeah. So
I want to look towards that. But,
yeah. Well, hopefully, maybe we could do that like in like like on this account. Maybe we can like do that like every like week or so, because I know the new movie is coming out next year, and I guess there's supposed to be a Star Trek game with it, like I was talking about in my other Star Trek episode. But I think that maybe we can make this like maybe like a regular thing. Like we can kind of like talk about like a little bit of like Star Trek and like new, like about like conventions that might be coming up, or things to things to that extent. And then we could talk maybe about like like the Star Wars movies that are out right now, you know. Like the series that's on TV. Is that even still on TV? That cartoon one?
Oh, the Clone Wars. I really haven't heard from it in a long time. I mean, it's on Cartoon Network. It was on Cartoon Network, like after, because I don't know if you know, they released that Clone Wars movie, and I saw it. It was okay, but the series on TV was a lot better.
Yeah, so I mean,
For some reason,
maybe I can
it start. Go
maybe
ahead.
maybe I can look up and see if it's still going on, and then we can kind of like talk about that in different episodes. But we'll see after part two what you guys think of it, and then if you guys like what we're doing, then we'll try and maybe continue it with maybe like other like TV series. But for now, we're just gonna stick with what we know, and then maybe we can talk about like maybe like different like topics. Like maybe like I don't know, like the history, maybe like video games or sports or something. But just let us know. So we'll be back with part two, hopefully either today or definitely tomorrow. So this
Yeah,
is
we're gonna try in a little while. We're gonna talk about doing part two, but if we don't get to today, we'll definitely try to tomorrow. And I'm just saying, if tomorrow doesn't work, we're gonna have to do it sometime this week. So, and as you know, Easter is coming up later in the week, so we're gonna have to do it. We're gonna try to do it rather before then. So.
all right. Well, we'll catch you guys for part two. So this is Trekker 1996, and we'll see you next time.